Hello and welcome back to the DJWW Auto Diagnostics YouTube channel. We're back today with my 2007 BMW E91 335i. Unfortunately we had a bit of an incident in the week. The starter motor packed up. To get it going, I went in down here with an extension bar and gave the starter motor a couple of taps. And of course it went, and it's been absolutely fine ever since. This car's got 263,000 on the clock. It's on the original starter motor, so we imagine it's either the brushes are worn out or one of them got stuck, and it just killed it completely dead in the water. Fortunately it happened at home, so I didn't have to have a recovery or anything like that, but yeah, it wasn't good. So I've got some new brushes, a new brush pack to put in the back of the starter motor. We're going to give that a try. If that doesn't work, then we'll replace the whole starter. We've already got the cowl and the cabin filter and that moved up here. That was to give us access to give it a whack earlier in the week. So yeah, without any further ado, let's get cracking and get this thing stripped down. Okay, job number one, I guess, get this airbox removed. Starters. So like I say, this starter motor, this car has got 263,000 on the clock, and the starter motor and that is all original. So yeah, it's only a matter of time really before before it started giving some trouble, I guess. Kick off, just get everything unhooked. Okay, so we'll do this air ducting next. A couple of plastic retaining clips here at the front. So just prise the pin out of the middle, and just with a screwdriver just lever the clip up. And then I believe it's a couple of T20 Torx sockets for there. These are indeed T20s. Pop those out. Okay, and then we'll, having worked the front piece off, we'll get this fiddle this piece out of here like so. Okay, next steps to remove this airbox are we'll undo where the charge pipe or the air inlet connects in, Jubilee clip down here just next to the alternator. Just get that done sufficiently. So there's one there, and there's also one at the back in here. It's a bit of a squeeze to get to, but again shouldn't be too bad. Okay, and then we've got 3 rubber connectors here that just hold the various bits of wiring and trunking on that go over the top. Let's just flip them off, get them out of the way. And then let's see if we can give this a wiggle and just pull that sufficiently. Get that one off there. So once you've got one of the pipes off, just start to work the rubber bongs off. There's 3 of them in total, 1 there inside the box, and there's 2 others here towards the back. The other thing that has to be done as well is just undo this brake booster hose there, just to give you a bit more room. There we go. Pop the airbox that way, just like that. Okay, so we've removed the charge pipe, which wasn't too bad to do. We've got an electrical connector at the back here for the map sensor. There's a clip here that holds it onto the throttle body, and also a Jubilee clip at this end that holds it onto the intercooler. And there's also a T30 Torx bolt that fits there. That's been removed from there. We've also disconnected this vacuum hose from the back of the inlet manifold. I was a wee bit nervous about that one coming off without breaking anything, but it has, so all good there. And we've also disconnected these 2 they're like dump valve things for releasing excess boost pressure back to the atmosphere, so that's all come disconnected okay. Next job is to start looking at removing the inlet manifold, and I do believe to do that we've got to remove the throttle body first. No need. Okay, so quick progress update. We've got the top cover off, we've disconnected the wiring from the throttle body, we've also disconnected the vent hose from the back of that. A couple of clips towards the back. Another clip here. Next job is to undo the inlet manifold nuts. We've got a bolt in the very front, which I've already taken out. These are 11mm fittings, and then we should be good to get the inlet manifold out of the way. Okay, so we're just about ready now to get the inlet manifold out. It's a bit of a fiddle, to say the least. However, if you if you pull it out, remove it from the front first on an angle like this, and as you do, the other thing that you've got to take care of is this wiring, what can only be described as a junction box, which is bolted to the bottom of the inlet manifold. There's either some plastic clips on there which are guaranteed to break if you try and move them, or there's 3 T25 Torx bolts here, 1, 2, 3, holding this onto the bottom of the inlet manifold. They need to be removed before you can go any further. So now, he says, we're going to try and hopefully take this inlet manifold out, complete with the throttle body. Let's just take that out. Okay, so next thing we're going to do is disconnect the battery and start disconnecting the terminals from the starter motor. We've got the main terminal here, and we've got this connector here which goes onto the solenoid, and then we should be in a position then to get the motor out. No further dismantling required. Okay, so we're just disconnecting the earth off the battery Now with this, just a word of warning, be very deliberate when you're taking the battery connector off. No dithering about with it, on off, on off, on off, just pull it off, and when you're ready to put it back on, just put it back on. The reason for that is because the FRM modules on these cars and similar cars of a similar age are very, very sensitive, and it seems any sort of current spike or anything like that seems to corrupt them and lead you to a world of pain where you've got no lights, no wipers, windows, etc, etc, and forcing it to have to be repaired. So when you grab it, just try and grab it and just off in one very quick and deliberate move, and we'll just pop that down there for the time being where it can't cause any problems. Okay, so next job, disconnect the wiring from the starter motor. We'll start with the solenoid. It's just got a little spring clip, so he says. There we go. Just pop that out the way to one side, and then we've got the main cable on the back, which is 13mm. Don't know why, but things like that always make me nervous. But anyway, we're okay. So just pop the nut back on for safekeeping. Okay. And now we've just got the two main bolts that hold it on. So we've got one facing forwards there and one facing backwards there. So we'll get some tools and see if we can get those two out. Okay, so I've managed to get on here with an e-torque socket and a 3/8 flexible ratchet. It's not easy with this air pipe in place, but I've managed to crack it, and it's on the move, so you know, should be all good. Okay, so we've struggled the two bolts out, one forwards facing, one backwards. Just going to see if we can just hopefully wriggle the motor out now. Here she comes. There we go. Looks like a perfectly average 263,000 mile starter motor, if we're honest. Okay, so this is the old brush pack out of the motor, and we can see that certainly one of the brushes is actually jammed and worn all the way down to the connector there. It's just literally metal on metal, and that is the reason for the failure. The other brushes are not far behind either. There's very little material left on them, so what we've done, we've actually replaced this in the motor and give it a general clean up inside, and we're going to give it a try, and if it acts up in a couple of months' time, then we know exactly what needs to be replaced, and we'll take things from there. So it's time to progress with the rebuild. Okay, so the motor's back in, and both the bolts are back in. You don't need to see me struggling and contorting to get those in, but they're both in. The solenoid's back plugged in, and the main connectors back on the back of the starter. So next job, inlet manifold on and start bolting up the various bits in and around that. So we've wriggled the inlet manifold on. That's the fairest way to describe it. Connected the pressure sensor on the top, and we've also got all the bolts in now, and we're just going to torque them up, and we'll go and have a look at ISTA in the workshop, which is available in the DJWW Auto Diagnostics store at www.djwwautodiagnostics.co.uk. And if we click on Here I've got the repair procedure here for removing the inlet manifold, and if we look here, this by the way is updated to the latest version 4.1.40, and intake manifold to cylinder head, it's 15 Newton meters for the bolt at the front and 15 Newton meters for the hex nuts as well. So we'll grab that and get a torque wrench set up, and then we'll torque them up. Okay, let's get these torqued up. We've got the torque wrench set to 15 Newton meters. Let's go. Nothing else to see here. Okay, so everything's built up now. We're ready now to put the battery back on and see if it wants to start. So as I said before, we're going to be very deliberate when we plop this on. Just straight on with it. No messing about, as it were. It's not 8 more, it's 10. Is it? Is it 10 now? Right, let's see if it wants to start. Okay, so we've still got some bits of plastic to put back on, but everything mechanically is built back up, so it's the moment of truth. Let's see if it starts. Living the dream, that's what I say. Right, let's get this run for a couple of minutes and then we'll finish building it. Okay, so there we are, job's a good one. And we'll see how long that runs for, or if it runs for 6 months, if it runs for 5 years, who knows. But to be honest, I think that will just run and run and run and out to see the life of the car. At the end of the day, it's what, 16 years old, and it's got 263,000 on the clock, so it's probably not got that long left, but it still keeps going. So you know, if you're capable of taking your starter motor to bits and putting it back together, then you know, there's a chance there to save yourself 200 quid. Yes. The instructions on how to do it are in the we picked up from ISTA, which is all available from my shop at www.djwwautodiagnostics.co.uk. Go and have a look. Links in the description below. You'll probably find either that or something else that may be of interest to you. And if it's not on there, then drop me a mail and or a message, and I'll see if I can see what I can do to help you in your particular case. As in all cases, like, comment, share, subscribe, etc., etc. You know the drill by now. Take care, and I will see you in the next one.